Morning, just heading into the supermarket. When I can, I like to come as soon as it opens because a lot of people aren't here yet and you don't have to fight. You just don't have to be around people. So anyway, wish me luck. How do I do this? I'll try and angle it so I can see myself. Morning, I've just been to the supermarket. And I thought that before I unpack my groceries, I'm going to put henna in my hair. So I thought I'd show you what I do. And that way, because I have to have it in between an hour and a half, I can whiz around and do some housework and unload the groceries while I've got it setting in my hair. It's well overdue. Right. So what I have is some little gloves, because it does make your nails go funny colour. This is what it looks like made up with hot water. So it just looks like runny yogurt. This is the brand. And I should have, oops, got it wedged between my legs. And that's what the powder looks like. So that's actually a mix of henna and indigo, this one, to give it that sort of blue look. Got my comb and a little doofery. Wish me luck. Oh, and a coffee. So there you have it. It looks a bit like cow poo. And so I've wrapped my head in that, and then I'm going to put a towel or a turban thing around my head, and that will keep the heat in. And yeah, I'm also going to do my eyebrows, but I've got other stuff to do that. I'm not going to use henna. I don't know what will happen to them if I use henna. So yeah, so that's the mess we have left over. I'll give all that a wash. I'll reuse these gloves. Let's give them a wash out. Yeah. So now I'm going to go and, I am doing my eyebrows. Yeah, I'll go and put my groceries away. Have clean. Check out this hair. So I was going great guns this morning. I had my hair all wrapped up. And I had to put the groceries away, but I really needed to clean my fridge. And I needed to do a bit of sorting out in the pantry. And I also needed to go through some kitchen cupboards and have a tidy up. So I went hard until midday. I had rinsed my hair out. And then I just started to feel really off. And I wasn't sure at the time whether I had Evan's tummy bug or whether it was the fibro, because the fibro can hit you like that. It just sort of creeps up your body. You feel like you're getting the flu or something. My tummy felt a bit funny. So anyway, I thought I'd lie down and watch some podcasts. And then I promptly fell asleep and I kept waking up and I kept feeling really sick. So not a lot else has been done. I've mopped the kitchen floor since then. I've done some business paperwork, just done a little bit of knitting. And now I'm going to watch TV because, it's funny, like I don't know, you guys are probably the same. You feel guilty. But actually, I feel rotten. So, see, I'm being good. I'm covering my mouth. Tomorrow I've got a lunch date with a friend. But what I might do is I might put the jug on, either have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. And I might just plan a few other bits of things to do. What happens for me, like when I get the school holidays, I have these massively big lists of things that I want to achieve, because side view. Because, yeah, I've been thinking all term about all these things I want to catch up on. And it never used to be too bad, but since I've had this fibromyalgia, it's got really bad. What's basically happened is, I don't do a lot during the week. I do the bare minimum. Then I burn out on the weekend because I go hard on the weekend. But something's got to give. So it's like the gardens or whatever. So in the holidays, I have this big list of things I want to catch up on. And yeah, so... But I'm slowly starting to learn that one of the reasons why I've got to this point is that I'm in fatigue and I've overdone it, taken on too much on my own. So I've got some chicken there and I've got some mushrooms. Jess is away. She's just gone away with her stepmother and her 2 younger siblings from her dad and dad's side. They've gone to Tauranga for the week, so that'll be cool for her. So it's been nice and quiet. She's not that noisy actually. She spends most of her time in her bedroom. But it means we can have mushrooms because she doesn't like mushrooms. So I've got that little bit of chicken. I've got some mushrooms. I might make a chicken and mushroom stew casserole with mashed potato. It's easy, eh? Yeah, I think it's easy. So I'll do that shortly. I might just put the jug on, have a drink first. But you can see my hair looks a bit darker, and it'll darken up over the next few days. And what I like about the henna is that it just blends. So when you do have regrowth, it's not really harsh. It just sort of blends. It's more almost natural, like if you really did have your hair was natural. It's never all like totally one colour. Yeah, so that's what I like about that. That's my thoughts. I haven't even uploaded chapter 3. Got to do that. I just wanted to get that stuff done this morning, and then I started to feel like poo. So anyway, this is supposed to be a fun thing, not stressful, so I'm not going to stress myself out about it. So yeah, catch you a bit later. Hello, little girl. Come on, dear. Come on. Come on. I'm just editing this video. Come here. Break it. Come on. Such a smoocher. Say hello, Evan. He's not here. Come on. Whoa. So, I'm about to clean my car. You can see it's pretty gross. It looks worse in real life. Unfortunately, when you live in the country, you travel into town every day. If the weather is wet, which it always is in the winter, you're going to have trucks passing you and covering you in their crap. So I'm going to do the outside and then I'll get inside and give it a vacuum. Here you go, done. I wash my car with Norwex products. So to do that there was no chemicals, no soap, it's just water and my cloths. Good morning. Been a busy morning this morning. I washed my car, done some washing, bit of cleaning, folded some washing. Don't like folding washing. And then I've probably just spent about, I dealt with some compost and things like that, boring stuff. Probably just spent about an hour watching some Vlogtober videos. Sorry. And I also done a few rows of my twists and turns. And I did my eyebrows. Can you see that? I've made them darker to match my hair on my head. It's much better. I don't do my lashes because I just find it really hurts my eyes. Even when I go to the beautician, I used to go and get my, it's probably too much information, warning. I used to go and have my nether regions waxed and my eyebrows done at the same time, so she would shape them and tint them. But I'd only ever been to one girl. I went to her and then she left where she was working, and I thought that I had an appointment with her and she had left to have a baby, so I ended up with this other girl who literally ripped me to shreds, and so that put me off for about a year. And then I found her again, and I'd been going to her for years since and just followed her wherever she went. She worked from home for a bit and all sorts. But then she left and went to Hawke's Bay. I was really disappointed. And it was beginning of last year. So I haven't done anything. It used to be my little treat. She did recommend someone to go to, but I think just with the depression was quite bad and I just couldn't be bothered. So I might get around to making an appointment and doing something to pamper myself. See how we go. Yeah. So, you know, always used to be a bit of a laugh when I'd say I'm going to get my eyebrows done. What else? Just uploaded chapter 3 of my vlog. And I'm about to hop in the shower. I haven't had a shower yet. This is why I look like a mess. About to hop in the shower, and I was going to do some dirty stuff. And I'm going into town to meet a friend at 1 o'clock. We're going to go to Mighty 10, and which is if you're not from New Zealand, it's a hardware store. But it has a garden centre attached, and attached to the garden centre is a cafe. So we're going to meet up there, we're going to have some lunch, and then we're going to browse the garden centre. So that'll be nice. I haven't caught up with her for a very long time. So yeah, that'll be good to see her. And then, I'm not sure what my plans are. Come home and have a faff about. I need to get into my spinning journal before I start to forget things and write things down. I need to do some weighing, some counting of figuring out how much meterage I've got. So I might do that this afternoon. Evan's going to be late again tonight. He's up in the bush again tonight. So might just do something easy. I might pull some steak out of the freezer. We have steak for tea. Here you go. Steak and salad. So, what I'll do is I'll get ready. You might see me before I go to town. We'll see. And then I'll do a few shots. My friend doesn't know I'm doing this, so it'll be undercover. Right. All done, ready to go. Don't look quite so haggard. I've got my Arthur pants on. A little bit of me made. It's too warm for knitwear, but it's not quite cold enough for, it's too warm, but it's not warm enough for like a real summer outfit. So yeah, so we'll go into town, we'll do that, we'll see how we go.
I say I'm a fatty, I haven't actually put anywhere on, in fact I probably lost.
So we're home. Had a lovely lunch. I had eggs Benedict and salmon. And I've got a few little goodies. So these were all reduced down. So that was I think I paid $4 something for that. For those, I paid $6 something for that one and that one. And then I got some hand cream. And this is the composting system that I use. And then I got some more tomatoes because I killed the other ones. They fell off the deck and I didn't realise. And some pink alyssum. And look at these. It is called Ozythamnus Winter White Australian rice flowers. They are gorgeous. So I'm going to put that in the garden. I think that's so pretty. Just give you a proper view of it there. Isn't that lovely? So I'll give those a water shortly. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to have a wee sit down. I think I need to go to the loo. And yeah, just relax a little bit. Go and get that steak out of the freezer, I think. Don't need to be looking at my rubbish and my... There's my herbs. Right, talk soon. Just thought I would show you guys what this has come up like. It's so pretty. You know, I got home and it was so hot by the time me and Lisa went back to Lisa's house. And yeah, went back to Lisa's house after we'd done our thing, because I haven't been to a new house. And I was cooking. And then I just got home and it's so hot outside. It's 19 degrees inside. And I checked the thermometer outside, it's 26 degrees. It's always a little bit warmer here than it is in town. Whew, or a bit colder. It's quite different. But anyway, I feel shattered. So... I've hung out a little bit of washing that was left in the machine and I've pulled my steak out to defrost. Now I'm just going to look at some podcasts and do a bit of knitting and then maybe snooze if I feel like snoozing, because that's what my holidays are for. Catch you later. So this is my latest spin. It is, I think it was dark orange and navy, and it's sort of, yeah, it's quite pretty. So I've just done one bobbin. I've got the other half to do. Yeah, and I'm really liking how it's turning out. I think it's going to be lovely. I'm going to pop outside now. I just need to do, what's going to do? Water Jess's sunflowers, and yeah, I'll take you with me. Look at my spuds coming up. They need covering. Let's go and get a tool. Lavender sprouting. Those are cuttings I took last year, or earlier this year, and those are cuttings of star jasmine. Right, let's have a look in here. What have we got? I won't worry about this. This little bugger will do. This is called what's it called? A hori hori or something. It's a Japanese gardening tool. Right, let's just mound that up around that. And mound up around that one. The idea is if you mound up around them, they'll just keep growing more bulbs underneath them. So I'm just going to do that. Oh, see, look, there's a little one from before. Oh, that one's sprouting. Yeah. Oh, go away, weeds. Going to need to get some more dirt from the other side, I think. Anyway, that'll do. Oh, there's a bit under there too. But this is a garden that's not really in action yet properly, because ideally I want the soil to come up higher, but we need to get some topsoil or some compost. The cardboard is there on purpose, that suppresses the weeds, otherwise you end up with that. I came out here before, look at all that sprouting broccoli. I have to pick that. Look at, I'm going to have, honestly, around. It's massive. Broad beans. Oh, and you know what? The flowers smell beautiful. Who would have thought? So in here, this is my red cabbages. So that one's hearting up quite well. That one's a little bit behind. That one's getting there as well. But I do, hang on, let's have a look. Let's make sure there was some nettle in here. I don't really want to sting myself. So you can see the pull that back anyway. And sorry, little snails, I don't really want you in here. You can go on the grass. If you survive the birds, you survive the birds. Oh God, I hate that weed. Right, I made a little patch. This stuff here is such a pain. This grows like so fast. I mean, it does pull up easy, but it's, yes, so grows so fast. So I've got 1, 2, let's just get rid of you little buggers. Snails. More snails hanging out in there. You guys don't need to be in there. Go back around here. Oh. More snails in there. I have an issue touching snails. I know some people don't. Go there. Actually, and holy moly, look at that. You sneaky little buggers. They're everywhere. Well, no doubt it'll be a mess. It'll be a mess overnight. But I suppose if we're not eating the vegetables straight away. Spinach, yum. Now, I do have some beetroot buried in there. Now I dare say it's not going to do much because it's pretty... Look at this little bugger. Where is he? He's gone. Oh, honestly, these broad beans smell beautiful. It's so perfumed. Right. Wish me luck. Oh, look, here you go. Can you see? We can see the little white flies. but they're not. See, I should have actually thinned them out. So there's one. We might get two. Let's see what we've got going here. Yeah, so it's not really. That's probably going to be the only decent one I've got. Oh well. Live and learn. That's not really happening, is it? I don't know what to do with that one. I'll stick it in over here and see if it still grows. That's the one thing I used to not like about growing carrots, and I don't really grow carrots because you sprinkle so much seed and then you thin it out and you it feels like you're wasting them all. Now I want to show you something while I'm in here. It's a mess, I know. See that? That's an old telephone. And when our friends moved house, it was in their shed. And I think they were going to throw it away. So me being a magpie, I grabbed it. So I think I might pull that out at some stage and finish restoring that, because I'd like to have that hanging on the wall. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it in my podcast, but I have actually done quite a lot of furniture restoration over the years. Quite a lot. Started, oh, I see a flower. Started when I was pregnant with my daughter, and, oh no, I might have had her already, and my nana gave me the cot that she'd used for my dad and his siblings. So I stripped it back and oiled it for her. That was the first thing I ever did. But look at this. This is the area that's still got to be worked on. But you know, oh look. Oh, my lovely friend Gay gave me these irises. Gonna have to move them though, I think. Although they seem very happy. Look how lush this grass is next door. I would say it won't be long before they have some stock in here of some sort. It's so warm. And all this, oh, rhubarb. Oh, maybe. Probably should really. I wonder if I can just snap it. I don't have my knife with me. I took my damn knife out. But I really should cut it back. See, now I feel like coming out here and doing this, but kind of need to get tea prepared, and I've got to get that washing in. Oh, it feels lovely. It feels like the beginning of a bit of motivation again. That's wonderful. 3 to 4 years of depression. I feel like I'm coming out on the other side. Right, I'm going to get that washing in, and then I think I'll take you guys and show you the salad that I make, that my sister showed me a variation of, and I just sort of tweak it depending on what I have. Alstroemerias. Right, let's have a look. Maybe I'll just titivate this garden again and just make bulk planting. Maybe I'll do that. Who knows? See what tomorrow's weather is. If it's good tomorrow, I'll come out tomorrow. Right, I'm going to show you how I make this gorgeous salad, which is really simple. So what you're going to use is bulgur wheat and roasted cubed vegetables, like root vegetables, and a few other bits. So since it's just me and Evan, like I usually do about 2 cups and that actually makes too much. So I'm just going to do 1 cup tonight, and there's probably going to be left over tomorrow. Or maybe I'll do 1.5 cups. So I always do a bit of stock, so that's just a stock cube.
I usually use the vegetable stock, but I've run out. So the instructions on this actually tell you to, oh, now I'm making banging noises, just add boiling water, but it takes too long and it still stays really hard. So I've got instructions that I've got from the internet, and so for every cup of wheat you use 1 3/4 cups of fluid, whether it's just water or water and stock. You bring it to a simmer, then you cover it, turn it down for 10 minutes, turn off and let it absorb. So while we're getting everything else ready, I'm going to have this cooking, sorry. So now I think we'll just stick to 1 cup. It's not quite 1 cup there. As it expands, yeah, and that grows quite far. So 1 cup. Lots of crinkling, sorry. And then 1. And of course when I'm doing 3/4, it's just iometer, guys, iometer. So I'm just going to pop this over here on the stove. Oh, excuse me, now my nose is running. Sniffing away. Put that on. Now I'll bring my board over. And I have today, I've got parsnip, carrot, kumara, and a couple of potatoes. Now the kumara is the traditional sweet potato that the Māori brought to New Zealand from their ancestral home in the South Pacific. So they actually brought this over and cultivated it. It's beautiful, it's yum. And for anyone who is on a diet, it's got a lower GI than potato, even though it's sweet. So there's a tip. Now I don't peel my vegetables, so I'm just going to take these ends off. Take the ends off. What a wrinkly looking parsnip, that one. And I'll see you back shortly. So that's it all chopped up. I've added a couple of cloves of garlic sliced up, a sprinkle of salt, some pepper, and about a tablespoon of olive oil. I've just tossed that through. Now I'm going to put it in the air fryer. And honestly, guys, the air fryer is so much quicker and you use way less fat than what you would do in the oven. Particularly if you're only cooking. It's not like you're doing a big roast or something in the oven, so you don't have to turn the whole oven on. So I'll just go and get that set up. Oh, hang on. It's it there. Cheers.
I would say about a year ago. No.
So now I'm watching Sarah from the Taylor Made Cook podcast. If you haven't found her, she is great.
I have no idea what to do with it.
So that's done.
I actually like that some of the yarn that I have are smaller.
And we're just going to scoot over here. Let's have a look at this.
Quite I wouldn't say plain knitter, but I'm not.
Just needs a bit longer. I'll give that another 5 minutes or so.
I don't really kind of mix things up or do stripes or get all kind of creative and stuff, but having smaller pieces of yarn is really starting to make me think about designing things like these.
Just chopping some red onion. And some basil. Some fresh basil. So you get your bulgur wheat, toss that into your, now mine actually stuck to the bottom because I forgot to turn it off, but I rescued it in time, so that's fine. But I will need to soak that now, so we don't have a mess. So I'm just going to pop that into here. Just going to go and pause that TV. I actually thought I had put it on pause. So then we've got just some baby spinach. And I just grabbed a handful. You just put however much you want in there. I've got some feta, which I'm just going to get spoon, so I'm not that. I just break it up with my fingers. They're nice and clean. Just crumbling that in. Give my fingers a rinse. Honestly, my sister would laugh if she saw this because she's actually a chef. And she's actually been on TV, but she never tells us because she hates it. Capers. Yummy, yummy. I love capers. Find a teaspoon. Some of the teaspoons don't fit in this little jar, so I just use the. You just chuck in as many as you want. But this is just an idea of what you can do to. So here's our veg, all done. I'll show you when it's all mixed together. Just pop that in. And finally, I'm going to put a little bit more salt in. So this is pretty much how I dress a lot of my salads. It's just salt, pepper, lemon juice, and olive oil. You know, and everywhere I go, if I bring a plate, people are always like, oh, what's the dressing? It makes me laugh. So you put heaps in, don't be shy. I'm going to squeeze this whole lemon worth in here. You could even put a little bit of the rind in there if you wanted. Just getting the worst of the pips out. Try and catch the pips in my hand rather than in the salad. That's it. Rinse my hands again. And a little bit of olive oil. Knocking things around. I swish a little bit around. And I'll change the camera angle so you can see. So you can see the veggies on top. Let's see how successful I will be. It doesn't matter if it's still warm. This is all still pretty warm. Oh, probably going to make you feel it.
I mean, there's all sorts of variations. So my daughter does this thing with red onions where she caramelizes it with brown sugar and balsamic vinegar. And that's really nice. I've put that in here too, but I just really couldn't be bothered tonight. So you can eat that straight away. You could put seeds in it, whatever you want. And that is delicious. Yummy. And then when Evan comes home, I'll do the steak. And with this, I wish you a good night. Yummy, yummy, yummy. See you tomorrow.